Hello, and if you are watching / listening to this, thank you so much for subbing into our classroom and helping us with this. I apologize that I'm out, but I hope that this video will help you be a little bit more informed on what this lesson is. So ours is a science lesson for 3rd grade, all about which characteristics can help them protect them. And this will occur in the Unity in Diversity of Biology unit in the Next Generation Science Standards. So first they're going to watch a video on natural selection. It is a brain pop video, and students will kind of be learning individually at this point watching the video, but after I suggest using some probing questions like what did we learn from the video? Did anyone know or hear about natural selection before this video? Where did you learn it? Just kind of get their mind going. And next, I have arranged a prezi on differences in animal characteristics and why they're helpful. So in this prezi, they are going to see again why these characteristics are helpful for animals. And you can also go through the probing questions like, why is it important that a giraffe's neck is tall rather than short? What can that help him? What can the mutation of a chameleon changing color, how can that help the chameleon survive? So just things that kind of get the student's brain going. And during this and for the game after, we're going to have them work in their actual group settings. I had the desks arranged in groups of 6, and there's about 5 pods of desks, so it'll be an easy way to manage all of the students. Make sure they're on task. I suggest walking around the room using your proximity to help students kind of understand what's going on, ensuring they're learning. And then you are going to be pulling up the interactive game, and it's a really interactive, fun way for students to kind of learn about mutation and why it's helpful, and it has the little bugs, and depending on the environmental factors which you can change and work with the students on changing, can see which color of the bug will thrive more. So it's just kind of a fun way to introduce that. Again, use the probing questions about how do new mutations develop, and what might happen to the animals in natural selection who aren't able to mutate. So again, it kind of has them think and learn a little bit more. And finally, there are going to be some quizzes on matching, and this will kind of be the summative assessment in the end of just having students remember all that you talked about, and you'll be, again, matching the vocabulary words to their definitions. And this unit is just very crucial. It's definitely important for students to kind of have this inquiry-based learning, which is what I love to have in my classroom, of engaging and exploring and explaining and elaborating and then evaluating. And the evaluating, we have a formative assessment of just, we are thinking of maybe using whiteboards. So before the quiz, the students each have a set of whiteboards at their desks, so the table leader of that day can pass them out, and then you can say, you can write a definition or come up with a definition, and then students have to work together to find the word that works with it. So it's just a fun way of preparing them mentally for the quiz, and this kind of has the balance of different ways that students learn, because our class of 29 does have different disabilities. Students have different strengths and weaknesses. There are some English language learners, so we just want to have this amazing environment in our classroom. So we're going to do the whiteboards, and that'll kind of have that fun group competition learning that students I know crave. But again, there's also the individual learning of just watching the video, and then there's the auditory learning of talking about the questions and kind of having students think about the answers, and if they're a little bit confused, you can kind of push them and kind of gradually help them, but just I would encourage the students thinking, because this is of course an amazing thing that will be branched out and learned about more as the semester ends and as well as their years continue in school. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call. All of my contact information is on my class website. Thank you so much for working with me and my students in teaching this lesson. Thank you.